Okay guys, so this is just a quick one. Welcome back. If you haven't joined the family yet, if you haven't subscribed, please do that and share this video with someone. So this is accommodation alert. The university released a communique about the accommodation for 2021 2022, or let's say yes, 2021 2022. So we just need to make sure the information is well understood and no one finds him or herself wanting at the beginning of the academic year when all is said. So we are first going to look at accommodation and the portal as a whole. Then we look at those who had accommodation for 2020-2021, which was the just ended academic year, and those who are now coming into the university. Stay tuned. Okay, so first let me just read this and then we will take it from there. So the university community, particularly students, are to take note of the following regarding student residency in university managed halls, as decided at the residence board meeting held on December 7, 2021. So this is from the university. If you do not know, before the beginning of 2021 academic year, that's where students went on break. COVID came, students went on break, and then they had to come in batches. So the modular system was adopted. So when it was adopted, 2 levels had to come to campus at the same time. So level 100, 400, and then 200 and 300. It made rooms available. So the portal was open for non-residents to apply. So you realize that those who were not having accommodation on campus before the 2020-2021 academic year now had accommodation on campus due to the modular system. And if you are part of those sets of students, you realize that in the letter that you received, in the accommodation letter that after getting the room you printed out, it stated that the accommodation was just for an academic year, which was 2020-2021, which means that if you want to stay if you would want to stay on campus again, then you still need to apply, go through the usual process and get your room clear, so that at the beginning of next year, which is January, which really begins the academic year, you don't come and say that you had a room and it has been given out and this and that. So first, let's start with those who had accommodation. Those who had accommodation before the COVID and then the school break and the modular system came in. So I want to read what was in the letter so that we get to see. So that's the first point, and it says students who were in residency in university managed halls prior to the 2020-2021 academic year will continue to maintain residency until completion of their program of study. So if you had a room before the modular system came in, you are going to be in your room until you finish. So you still have your room. Your room has not been taken away. You don't need to reapply. You just have to wait. When the portal is open for registration, you just register. So just remember your room number, the details, and all the other things you need to do when you do them when the portal is open. So good news for you if you had a room before the modular system came. Yes. So now to those who were given rooms during the modular system. So if you had room during the 2020-2021 academic year, I'm sorry, but your room will not automatically be maintained. Yes, your room will not automatically be maintained. You need to go through the usual process of applying to the hall, and when there are rooms, you ballot, and then you can secure your room. This means that if you are part of this set of students, you don't have a room for next academic year, you need to look out for accommodation elsewhere or reapply to the hall that you were given. Let me confirm this in the letter that was sent. Okay, so students who were offered accommodation during the 2020-2021 academic year are to note that, as stated in their residential allocation letters, residency in the university managed halls is for one academic year only, subject to reapplication and balloting. So you need to reapply, and then if the rooms are available, you ballot and you'll be good to go. Yeah, so the last part of this is those who are coming in as level 100 next year. I think January 5th somewhere, yes. So those who are coming in as freshmen and freshwomen for 2021-2022 academic year. For those students coming in, or for those set of students, this does not apply to you. The usual of you waiting for the residential application portal to be open, and then you apply online. If you are fortunate, you get. If you are not so fortunate, the rooms get full. So you just have to wait and you see what your fate is. Yes, you just have to wait for fate to determine if you would be part of the university managed halls, or you would be a non-resident or part of the other university halls. Okay, so guys, just let's put this in mind. These are the three things. If you had a room, it means if you had a room prior to the modular system, it means you still maintain your room till the end of your study. 2, if you were given a room during the modular system, it means your room is not secured. You need to either reapply or look somewhere else for your accommodation. And if you're now coming in as a freshman or fresh woman, just be ready. Hold on, you are not part of this. When the portal is open, you will just have to apply through the residential portal. These are the three main things, the three main sets of students that we have with regards to the university managed residence, and you need to know which set you fall into so that you make preparations for where you are going to be, because that really matters. We'll bring you more updates on accommodation with regards to your options, how you apply and all that. So just stay tuned and make sure you are doing the right thing. Know the set you fall into and prepare for it as is required. Okay, thank you, and please subscribe.